The Family Stone being the greatest moment at Woodstock.
The single Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again in 1969 goes to #1, and it's important because it really demonstrates Larry Graham's technique of slap bass. He's said to be the person who really invented it, and that slap bass technique becomes key to the sound and evolution of funk music.
By the time of There's a Riot going on, SLY and the Family Stone were entering this new period. SLY Stone was getting into black power. He started disintegrating, really, due to taking so many drugs. The band was falling apart. So it was a masterpiece, but it was a masterpiece on the edge of destruction.
That optimism of the late 60s had given way to pessimism. It had given way to the Nixon years. It had given way to the idea that civil rights had worked out, but not fully. They'd hit some kind of ceiling. And There's a riot going on reflected that.
In the early 70s, funk was spreading around the world, and in London, a group of Scots formed a band, Average White Band, in 1972. They'd been there working as gigging musicians, session musicians, and they were all fans of jazz, funk and soul.
They came together supporting Eric Clapton at a gig at the Rainbow, and went down so well that they got a record deal, and they got their name because somebody heard them rehearsing and saying, they thought this is amazing. They said, this is too much for the average white man, so they came up with the Average White Band.
They'd listened to all these great funk records, and they'd completely absorbed them. They were as funky as any funk band. And not only had the Average White Band learned from